Peace and blessings, soul family, back again with another one. So we are about 2 weeks or so removed from the United States presidential elections. And I am most certainly not here to talk of politics of any sort. But I'll tell you that it did have me thinking, and I'll say the presidential elections, probably in combination with Ta-Nehisi Coates' book, The Message, had me thinking about the continent and our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, and just putting it all into context, because I know this election meant different things for different people depending on our proximity and how we are impacted by certain policies from the United States, from our government, and different political, governments or whatever your case may be, right? But I think what this past couple of weeks brought to the forefront of my mind is like, man, I'm thinking, what's the vision? What's the vision for this collective? And when I say this collective, I'm talking about my melanated brothers and sisters that are part of the diaspora and the continent. Like, what is the highest vision for our collective, for our relationship, for us together? I was sitting in meditation, and the ancestors was talking to me like, what's the vision? And I went back to the scripture that was always said to me when I was younger. Without a vision, the people will perish, but he that keepeth the law, he's happy, right? And when I say the law, I say the law of life. That the law of life, is always promoting itself as each and every one of us. But without having a vision, we're kind of subject to the different vicissitudes of life, the different challenges of life. And so I said, why not apply that life visioning process? When I say the life visioning process, I'm thinking of, a process that I learned from Michael Beckwith, that I use in my personal life, to ask empowering questions, to catch the vision that's outside of the present paradigm, right? So working with the ancestors, because I firmly believe that each and every one of us came here with a gift, and very similar to Malidoma Somé, what he says, and I believe it's a Water and Spirit, where he talks about the gift that we each have inside of us, and it's our collective responsibility to help nurture, to cultivate, and distribute this gift. That each of us have a gift inside of us, and that gift is for this present moment, for why we're here. But if we don't have a vision, what are we doing? And so the challenge for this in this video is to ask, sit down in our meditation and let's ask the question to our ancestors who are always here, who are always guiding and supporting and in contact with us. What is the highest vision for the diaspora and for the continent? And also another question is, what do we need to let go of? There's a series of these questions that are, in actuality, they're intentions. But we can ask the question, what do we need to let go of? Is there a lie that's masquerading as a truth? Are there beliefs that are no longer serving us? But what do we as a collective, what do we need to let go of? And what is our purpose? What is our purpose? It's funny. I believe I get the books confused sometimes. I believe it's Ritual, where Malidoma Somé talks about the Dagara tribe, and he was saying how the elders in the community don't recognize a person as being mature until they've identified their purpose. And so for us, when I say the diaspora and the continent, to identify what is our purpose. We came here for a reason. I don't believe that reason is just to kind of float by and not to develop some sense of community, right? To be in communion with one another, to know, there's definitely a healing and a reconciliation and all of that, but there's also more. There's more to it. And so asking that question, what is our purpose as a collective? And last but not least, like when we look at it overall, what are we grateful for? What are we grateful for? Asking these questions to give us a better insight, to give us better understanding, inner or overstanding. I like that better. It feels better. To give us better inner or overstanding of why we're here. Why we're here. I think that's a powerful place to be, because I sat back and I was like, well, all this is happening. And I'm sure the folks on the continent is feeling it. And I'm sure folks that are in the Caribbean from, different islands and South America, everyone has a different perspective on what's happening. particularly as it relates to these elections. But what is our vision? What do we see to be true? What do we know to be true? What have we caught? So I challenge you to just ask these questions without any judgment, without any evaluation. Just see what comes up for you. And if something does come up for you, put it in the comment section. Maybe someone else has something similar or something that we can build on. But I think it's very important that we start developing a collective vision. A collective vision. We came here to do something great. We came here with a gift. And it is our responsibility as a community to share, to identify the gifts, to share the gifts, to help each other cultivate and develop. It's probably about the same. To cultivate and distribute the gifts. So just wanted to put that out there. And I hope you take up the challenge and drop what you lands in your spirit. Drop it in the comments. All right? I give thanks for you. I love you. I'll catch you later. Ashe.